9 Hidden Male Weaknesses Every Woman Must Know. Have you ever wondered if the strong, confident man you see every day has a side he keeps hidden, one even he might not fully understand? From the outside, it can seem like he's got life perfectly handled. You might think he's completely unshaken by stress, pressure, or even failure. But here's the real question: what if behind that mask of strength and resilience, he's struggling with insecurities, fears, and doubts he never talks about? Society has long told men that showing any form of emotional struggle makes they seem weak or less manly, and because of that, so many men carry hidden burdens they rarely let anyone see, even the people closest to them. The truth is, understanding these hidden vulnerabilities can transform your relationship in ways you might not expect. It can help you connect on a deeper level, creating a space where he feels safe enough to open up. And believe me, when you understand what he's really going through, you can provide support, empathy, and reassurance that he may not even realize he needs. In today's video, we're going to explore the 9 most common male insecurities that are often kept hidden. You'll see why knowing about them can make you a stronger, more supportive partner. Ready to uncover these hidden layers and strengthen your relationship? But before we begin, welcome to another video from PSY Insight. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more social psychology videos, and drop a comment saying, "I subscribed," so we can give you a warm welcome. Now, let's get into it. 1. Fear of failure. Have you ever thought about what really keeps him up at night? Beneath the confident exterior, many men quietly battle a powerful fear of failure. Society's expectations weigh heavily, telling him he must succeed in his career, relationships, and personal goals. But what happens when things don't go as planned? This fear isn't always visible, but it can feel like a looming shadow over every decision. From work to family life, despite appearing strong, he might feel terrified of letting you down, disappointing his family, or feeling less than he is. The pressure to succeed can make him feel like he's on an endless treadmill, constantly chasing something he's not sure he'll ever catch. Even the smallest setback can sometimes feel overwhelming, leading to stress, self-doubt, and frustration that he might not reveal. How can you, as his partner, make a difference? Imagine how meaningful it could be for him to hear that his worth isn't measured by success alone. Remind him that it's his effort and resilience, not just his achievements, that truly matter to you. When was the last time you told him you're proud of him for who he is, not what he's achieved? Knowing he has someone who believes in him, win or lose, could be the confidence boost he needs. Maybe your reassurance is all it takes to remind him that failure isn't fatal, that it's part of growth. Could this understanding bring him relief and help him break free from his fears? 2. Bottling up emotions. Do you ever sense that there's more going on inside him than he lets on? Men are often conditioned to believe that showing emotion is a sign of weakness. From an early age, they're told, "Men don't cry or toughen up," and this message becomes ingrained. Over time, it leads him to bottle up his feelings, never fully expressing his joys, sorrows, or fears. But what if this internal pressure builds to a breaking point? Without an outlet, these emotions can eventually turn into frustration, anger, or even withdrawal, affecting both his well-being and your relationship. What if he felt safe to be vulnerable with you? Imagine being the person who lets him know that sharing his feelings isn't a weakness, but a sign of courage. Creating a space where he feels secure enough to open up can make all the difference. You might start by simply listening, without jumping in to solve his problems. It could be exactly what he needs, a reminder that it's okay to feel and express what's inside. When he does finally open up, try to show him that you value his trust. Could it help him to know that you don't see him as any less of a man for being emotional? In fact, supporting him in this way might deepen your connection, making both of you feel more connected and understood. 3. Need for respect. Have you ever wondered why respect matters so deeply to him? Respect isn't just a nice to have. For many men, it's tied directly to their sense of self-worth and confidence. Even if he doesn't say it, feeling respected by his partner, friends, and colleagues is vital. But what does respect look like in everyday life? Sometimes it's in the small things, like how you phrase a critique or the tone you use during disagreements. Respect is one of those things he might not ask for openly, yet he'll quickly notice if it's missing. When tensions arise, your words can either reinforce his sense of worth or undermine it. Picture a disagreement where you instinctively go for a critical tone. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to overlook how this might impact him. But what if, instead, you approached the issue from a place of understanding? Try framing your point without making it feel like a personal attack. For example, instead of saying, "You never think things through," Consider. Maybe we should take a closer look at this before making a decision. Could a simple shift in language make a difference in how he perceives himself? Supporting him with respect, even in challenging situations, can reassure him that you see his value. Would it surprise you to know that maintaining his confidence often boils down to how you communicate, especially during conflicts? Show him that you respect who he is, and you'll see a positive change in the way he approaches not only your relationship but life itself. 4. Feeling unappreciated. Do you ever wonder if he feels truly appreciated? Men, like everyone else, have a deep need for validation and acknowledgement, but he may not always express this desire, especially if he thinks that seeking appreciation seems needy. However, even small gestures and efforts, like taking out the trash, fixing a household issue, or making time for date night, can weigh heavily on him if they go unnoticed. What happens when these little things go unrecognized over time? He might start feeling undervalued, even resentful, and distance himself emotionally. Imagine how a simple thank you or a genuine compliment could impact his day. Have you ever paused to consider that appreciation could be the bridge to a closer connection? When you show gratitude for the things he does, big or small, you're telling him that his presence matters. This can make him feel not only valued but motivated to continue being there for you. Showing appreciation reminds him that his actions, even the small ones, are seen and matter to you. How can you make appreciation a regular part of your relationship? What if you made it a point to acknowledge his efforts each day? You might find that his confidence grows, and he'll feel more connected to you, knowing that his hard work is valued. When he feels appreciated, he's more likely to keep giving his best, both in life and in love. 5. Struggles with body image. Have you ever wondered if he's truly confident about his appearance? Society often assumes that body image concerns are mostly a women's issue, but men can struggle just as much. He might feel self-conscious about his weight, his fitness level, or even his hair. Social media and societal expectations often push the idealized image of a perfect male body. This pressure to look a certain way can be as real and consuming for him as it is for anyone else. But would he ever admit these insecurities to you? Imagine how impactful it would be to show him that you're attracted to him just the way he is. A compliment on his smile, his style, or his unique charm could be all it takes to reassure him. He doesn't need constant praise, but occasional, genuine affirmations can mean the world. How can you make him feel that he's enough exactly as he is? Letting him know that you're drawn to him not because of his physical appearance but because of who he is can lift a weight off his shoulders. How can you remind him that confidence isn't about fitting an image but embracing who he is? The next time you notice him feeling down about his appearance, consider showing him that he's valued for more than looks. Your support could be the confidence boost he needs to start feeling comfortable in his own skin. 6. Pressure to provide. Have you considered the silent weight he may carry about providing? The traditional expectation that men should be the primary providers has lingered for generations, even in today's modern, more equal relationships. The pressure to succeed financially can still feel like an obligation for him. But what if he's struggling financially or feels his earnings aren't enough? This can lead to immense stress, self-doubt, and anxiety. How can you help him navigate this pressure without feeling inadequate? Letting him know that you see the relationship as a partnership might make all the difference. How would he feel if you reassured him that his worth isn't tied to his paycheck? Supporting him doesn't mean taking over but showing that you're in this together, whether that means sharing financial responsibilities or simply being his emotional support. Could this shared approach to responsibilities ease his worries and bring you closer? Imagine discussing finances openly, as a team, rather than letting him carry the burden alone. Would this support help him see that he doesn't have to fulfill an outdated role to be valuable? Showing that his contribution is about more than just money could relieve some of the pressure, allowing him to focus more on being the partner you both deserve. 7. Desire for physical affection. Have you ever thought about his need for affection outside of intimacy? Physical connection doesn't always mean sex. It's often about the little gestures, a gentle touch, a hug, or holding hands. Just as you crave closeness, he too may yearn for affection that doesn't lead to anything more. But does he feel comfortable asking for this? Or has society conditioned him to think he must always initiate? Imagine the warmth he'd feel if you took the lead, giving him random hugs or simply leaning on his shoulder during a quiet moment. Have you noticed how these small acts can communicate love and appreciation? Showing him that physical affection doesn't need to come with an agenda might deepen your bond, making him feel valued in every way. Could this be the reassurance he needs that he's more than a provider or protector? Next time, try reaching out first, with a simple, affectionate gesture. You might find that he's more open to sharing his emotions, feeling reassured by your touch. These small, intimate moments can mean more than words ever could, showing him he's cared for, cherished, and wanted. 8. Needing personal space. Have you ever wondered why he occasionally pulls away? It's not that he doesn't love you. Sometimes, he just needs space to recharge. Personal time allows him to unwind, regain balance, and return to the relationship refreshed. But could giving him this space make your connection even stronger? When he needs time for himself, it's easy to misunderstand or feel distant. Instead, try seeing it as his way of recharging. Allow him the freedom to enjoy his hobbies, watch a game, or simply relax without taking it personally. This space is about him reconnecting with himself, not moving away from you. Could embracing this part of him create a relationship based on trust and understanding? Supporting his need for space might actually bring him closer, knowing you respect his independence. In the end, doesn't a healthy relationship thrive when both partners can be themselves? Giving him room to breathe could be the key to a more balanced, fulfilled connection. 9. Fear of vulnerability. Have you ever sensed that he holds back his true feelings? Vulnerability isn't easy, especially when society expects men to be tough and stoic. Behind his strong exterior, he might fear that sharing his deeper thoughts could make him seem weak or less masculine. But what if he knew he could open up to you without fear of judgment? Imagine the strength it takes for him to reveal his fears and insecurities. Would he feel safer if you showed him that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness? Building this trust doesn't happen overnight, but with patience and empathy, you can create a space where he feels comfortable enough to share. What if, by encouraging his openness, you helped him see that being real doesn't diminish his masculinity? Your reassurance and understanding might be all he needs to take that first step toward vulnerability. Could your acceptance transform your relationship, making it a space where both of you feel valued, heard, and truly understood? After all, isn't true connection built on openness and trust?